Groove Jet Spiller, like I said, the National School of Drama's Theatre Olympics is happening right here in Mumbai City. And we've got a fantastic bunch of theatre performers in studio.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Streaming live audio online across the nation on www.onecast.in. That's numeral 1cast.in. On your radio sets in Mumbai City, it's 94.3 on the FM band. And statutory warning only if you're not driving. You're sitting in the back seat of a chauffeur-driven car or a radio taxi, or at home or at the office without a radio set. Then we're streaming video live on facebook.com/HRISHIKY. That's HRISHIKY on Facebook. And we've tagged the theatre group, which is Walkabout Theater Company. Tom's here, who's the director. What's up, Tom? How you doing?
How's it going?
Yeah, I feel really bad for you that you would come into this wonderful country of ours and land in Delhi.
Oh, it's snowing right now in Chicago, so it's really terrible to be here.
Oh, I didn't mean in weather terms at all. So but yeah, that was the last time that you came in.
Yeah, we came to Delhi.
And what was that like? I mean, did you bring Brink here? Was it another performance piece?
We brought another performance called The Wild, and we performed in the Bharat Rang Mahotsav Festival in 2016.
Nice. I like your Indian pronunciation. So I'm given to understand that Walkabout Theatre does a lot of different things. You know, you do stuff outside in public places, you do proper ensemble pieces, or you would do theatrical productions.
Yep.
So talk me through a little bit as far as the theatre company is concerned.
Yeah, there are 8 of us that are the main ensemble, and we make shows that we tour with the 8 of us, and we go to Europe and across the United States and here to India, and then we do outdoor spectacles over the summer, and Chicago has a great park scene, or a park program, so we go outside and we perform with stilts and bands, and we have bigger performances there, so that'll be 20 to 30 performers and big free public spectacle performances, and then in the winter we go back inside and make our ensemble pieces.
Okay, this evening, right?
Yes, tonight,
7:30 p.m. at the Nehru Center in Worli, which is actually just around the corner from where we're broadcasting out of, which is Parel. 7:30 p.m. at the Nehru Center in Worli, the Walkabout Theatre Company, these fine people, bring you The Brink, or A Ritual of Bad Sounds. And this is part of the National School of Drama's 8th Theatre Olympics in Mumbai City. The entry is absolutely free, but you know that the Nehru Center is a limited space. So you've got to get on to insider.in. That's insider.in, and make sure you get your passes. So Kate is with us. So what is Brink all about?
Welcome
to the show.
Thank you so much.
Highly impolite of me, but welcome to the show. And what is Brink about?
The Brink is, we call it a wayward cabaret at the edge of the world. So it's a show that is really inspired by old American cabaret art forms and old Hollywood. And we sort of take those inspirations and make them new and make them strange, and it's a little bit of like a collage of a performance, all sorts of vignettes that happen throughout the show. Lots of singing, lots of dancing, and it's really exciting.
So Tom, I mean, as kids, what kind of cabaret did you guys grow up watching? I mean, in the musical form, the Hollywood musicals that we talk about. You know, would you quote some examples, for example?
Well, there is a Broadway play called Cabaret, which is also the European tradition, but there's...
Is this the one with Lisa Minnelli originally? There's a movie was made? I remember that one.
Helen Cumming was in the Broadway revival when I was growing up. So that was a show that I saw. That movie, the vaudeville movies with Bob Hope and Liza Minnelli when she was on TV, and that whole talk show kind of vibe is really where it lives in America, different than the... Well, I always really loved the idea of the seedy romantic European cabarets, but we had the kind of more glittery talk show version in the United States and the Broadway version. So we play a little bit with that. We get a little seedy sometimes, but we also have the glitz and the glitter, and play with what's underneath that smile, right? I mean, that's the American kind of conundrum is, what does it mean when someone smiles at you? Because you don't know what they're really thinking.
The next time I'm in an elevator and somebody's smiling at me, I'm going to be thinking that.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom said, what is he thinking? Calvin Harris and Rihanna, this is what you came for. We're back in a couple of minutes, and I'm going to get these fine performers to do a bit of singing for me, yo. So hang by. I'm Hrishi K. We're at 13 minutes past 10 a.m. Calvin Harris, Rihanna, this is what you came for. I hope this is what you came for. Some great theatre. The 8th Theatre Olympics is happening right here in Mumbai City, under the aegis of the National School of Drama. And this evening at 7:30, the Nehru Center, Worli. Fabulous theatre company from the US, from Chicago, Walkabout Theater Company, and they perform The Brink. Pleased to have back in studio Tom, Dana, Katie, Mac, and we're going to have them sing, but first they will explain what they're singing. The mandatories, we're now streaming live video on Instagram, only if you're not driving, at HRISHIKAY. Still audio online across the nation on www.onecast.in, numeral 1cast.in, and 94.3 on the FM band on your radio sets.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
So Tom, are you going to sing something for us that we will see on stage this evening at the Nehru Center? Yeah?
Well, you'll have to come tonight to hear me sing. But but right now, the three women here are going to sing. They're going to start with the song that was actually in our summer performance this year. So this was a song we sang outside. All three of them were on stilts when they sang it. Mm-hmm. So they were very tall and very majestic, and sang this lovely little song about. This was an ancient myth of Persephone, the daughter that gets stolen down to the underworld, and the mother goes out to find her and brings her back home. So this song is from that show.
Let's do it. Come on.
Let us sing a song to thee, oh my sweet honeybee. Let us sing a song to thee, oh my sweet honeybee. You are the one we've been waiting for. You are the dark, you are the boy. So sit, my dear, and please prepare. Sit in the golden air. I went a-walking, and what did I see? Oh, my sweet honeybee, was two fair maidens in front of me. Oh, my sweet honeybee.
Voila! For a moment, I almost went back to church on Christmas Day, This could have been Silent Night, Holy Night,
It's actually a song called Honeybee by Mountain Man.
Wow.
Yeah, we really love it.
Dana, Katie, Mac, you guys are just amazing.
Thank you.
Note perfect. And I've had a lot of musicians in here. And by that I mean, Coldplay, the Rolling Stones, Ryan Tedder and One Republic are touring here on the 21st. They're going to be in studio. I don't think they can match all this stuff.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
This is amazing. Amazing. Now listen, how do you do this in stilts?
We had long poles to hold ourselves up, so there was a sense of maybe dying while doing it.
A sense of dying while doing it.
It's a little dangerous.
That really explains it. And did you direct the piece? Did you at the time, or was there somebody else in the company you directed?
Yes, that piece I co-directed with a woman named Jessica Thebus. But yeah, that was a big production with about 15 performers
and giant puppets and all sorts of things.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So give us an idea of the production design as far as the Brink is concerned. Is it going to be, can we expect stuff like that with stilts, or is it just going to be a regular performance piece?
No stilts, but a lot of visual work. In America, we're known for our visual and physical work. The other work that we've already seen at the festival is also musical and visual also, but it's one of the things that distinguishes us in Chicago. The set of the performance is a cabaret, so there are tables, there's a piano, there's a bar. It's colorful and dark and shadowy. Yeah. But
there's a wonderful line that Kajal, who's our mutual friend, who set this up, sent to me in a note and says, the Brink responds to that moment when the ground beneath us shifts too quickly and the world suddenly seems unrecognizable. That resonates with anybody on this planet.
Yeah.
So fantastic. An hour and 15 minutes, okay, this evening at 7:30 at the Nehru Center as part of the 8th Theatre Olympics. Go catch these wonderful people. I'll tell you what, we're going to take some messages. It's 10:22. When we come back, we'll come back with a wonderful Irish musician called Ronan Keating. Life is a roller coaster. So you will not hear us for 6 minutes. Keep yourself busy. I'm happy to read out any messages that you have. It's one space your comment or your one space your question and name to 53650. 53650 is the in-studio SMS line. On Twitter as well as Facebook, you go to the search bar, you type HRISHIKAY. I will pop up. Tweet out a comment along with your name. Post in the timeline inbox on Facebook along with your name. And facebook.com/radio1.mum, our official page. There again, drop a comment or a question on the timeline for the Walkabout Theater Company from Chicago. I'm happy to read it out on air along with your name. See you in a bit. Bye.
94.3 Radio 1.
I don't know if you remember the early days of when Friends started coming on television. They would cut a promo of Life is a Roller Coaster with Ronan Keating. And that's when the song really exploded. We'll still play it. We love playing it. It's a hit. A hit is a hit is a hit. Okay, in studio with the crew from the Walkabout Theater Company in Chicago. They're at the Nehru Center this evening at 7:30 p.m. Free entry. Passes available on insider.in. You have to get a pass, because it is a limited space. Insider.in. It's a 1 hour, 15-minute piece. And it's called The Brink, or A Ritual of Bad Sounds. We are streaming audio live across the nation on www.onecast.in, numeral 1cast.in. Only if you're not driving, please then watch video live on Twitter and Periscope at HRISHIKAY. Tom, Dana, Katie, Mac in studio. More conversation.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
Okay, Tom and Dana, now we want you to do a small singing piece from the performance itself. So introduce it. What is it going to be about? And then the lovely ladies, Mac and Katie, can join us. Yeah.
This is a song called Silver Dagger, and if I mentioned before, this piece goes back to Hollywood, goes back to the 50s, the silver screen, the kind of glamour era, and we look at the ways in which there's a really nice icing on the cake, but you go down underneath and it gets a little grittier, it gets a little messier. So this piece really goes into what's underneath, what's the shadow, what's the stranger inside, and how does it fight its way out through all the glitter and niceness.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The
Come
song
on.
is called Silver Dagger by Joan Baez, and it was
This is a Joan Baez song.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, but it was arranged, the harmonies by our good friend Paul Scudder, and then the vocal technique was sort of crafted by a voice teacher that we work with from Canada named Fides Crucker, who's amazing. So yeah.
Let's do it.
For you. Don't sing love songs your way, my mother. She's sleeping here,
right by my side, and in her right hand a silver dagger. She says that I can't be your bride. All men are false, says my mother. They'll tell you wicked love and lies, and the very next evening they'll court another, leave you alone to pine and sigh. My daddy is a handsome devil. He's got a chain 5 miles long, and on every link a heart does dangle of another maid. He's loved and wronged. Go court another tender maiden, and hope that she will be your wife. For I've been warned, and I've decided to sleep alone all of my life. Diddly-bop-bop, alone.
Sing a beauty. Now, I notice, you don't have the liberty of having separate people to do separate things in terms of verticals. I noticed that Dana is actually also the costume contributor.
Yeah, well,
And, obviously Tom's acting as well as directing. So is that the way it works in the theater company? I mean, considering you're from Chicago, people say, is it all like Chicago the musical, all grand and glamorous? It isn't. There's a lot of hard work out there, and you guys are multitasking. Yeah, just a sneak peek into the behind the scenes action. Tom, Dana, you guys.
Yeah, and that's something we choose to do. Certainly in Chicago, a lot of people really separated and have different designers and different administrators. But for us as a small company, it helps us keep a little bit of ownership over the whole product. It helps us keep involved in the whole thing. So a lot of us feel like we can act, but we also want to contribute in more than that way. So we do work with a couple incredible designers and a lot of different collaborators, but the more that we can involve ourselves, the better it is for us.
yeah. So I sort of gathered the costumes together, but we also have an amazing designer in Chicago named Myron Elliott Cisneros who put together a lot of our pieces. And Cooper, who's in our show, Cooper Forsman, is also the sound designer. And he's really fantastic as well.
So that's not something he would get to do necessarily in another company. They may ask him only to perform and not get to do both, and he likes to do both, and he's very good at it.
And you enjoy the multitasking too, Dana, obviously.
Yeah. I think it really makes everything that we do a lot richer, a lot deeper, because then our sound designer has such a really intimate understanding of what the material is and is involved with us through the whole entire rehearsal process. So I think Cooper's work is really elevated by that, and I think all of the jobs that we do are elevated by the fact that we're also involved in the whole artistic process too.
Let's get Katie and Mac in here for a bit. So, what roles are you playing, ladies? Or do you do a plethora of roles? Do you do multiple roles? Do you just have singing parts? Just a bit of that, yeah.
Our theater company is interesting because we sort of play roles, but it's all coming a lot from personal research, compositions that we've brought in that sort of add to the world building process, which our process is quite lengthy. So the question of character is a little bit complex.
Nice.
So I would say that who we are to each other shifts, but it never feels like a character that I'm putting on. It feels like I'm playing different games within the play.
That's a question we get asked a lot after the show.
Sure.
Are you the same person throughout the whole piece? And most of us are like,
no.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you think?
Often we'll kind of draw a little bit from archetypes, so there is this sort of through line, but there is a sense that what you're seeing is what we're really doing, that there's not the same kind of performative aspect that there would be in like a classical play.
Yeah, and in that aspect, the cabaret as a form is a very grand, glossy, glitzy kind of form. Will we see a bit of that in the production design, in the costumes and things like that in the Brink?
Yes, it's very glamorous. At the same time, kind of in the European style, it's gritty, or it's not necessarily expensive in this version, right? The Hollywood version, of course, has a lot of money, but when in the cabarets, they're often trying to reach for that aesthetic without having the millions of dollars behind it. So that's our world.
Lovely. And I'm very pleased to note, Tom, that you actually do some teaching.
I do.
You give back to the community. Why? What school is this or university is this?
I teach at the University of Chicago and the University of Illinois at Chicago, both in Chicago, and I really like teaching that. Walkabout also offers workshops, and we have a summer training program that we lead at the University of Chicago. Dana is also a teacher, and she works in the schools, the high schools and elementary schools in the neighborhood and in the city of Chicago. So it's important to us. It helps us.
Good on you guys. I mean, I love that. You put me in front of a bunch of kids who want to know about the radio. I just love that.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's very empowering feeling, isn't it, Dana? Yeah?
Yeah. I think, again, it's another thing that kind of feeds my artistic work. I feel like I'm so inspired often by the creativity of young people, and I think it sort of helps us as we go back into our own practice. It sort of adds to our well of inspiration because we have this like fresh, youthful take on everything all the time.
This evening. Sorry. I'm really sorry.
Fine. We're also pretty unique within Chicago, our practice. So it's also really about starting to foster that culture in Chicago because we want it to be, more offerings. We obviously love this kind of theater, and so part of these trainings that we do is to try to inspire people to make work like this and to give ourselves a shared knowledge, and just the way you go to see plays changes when you have an understanding of how it's made.
Yeah, more
Good.
physical, more abstract, things like
lovely.
that.
Yeah.
This evening, 7:30 p.m. at the Nehru Center in Worli. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is get onto insider.in, and get your passes. The 8th Theatre Olympics under the aegis of the National School of Drama. This is the Walkabout Theatre Company. A last leg of conversation right after this delightful song. A band called Sixpence None the Richer. There she goes. It's 10:42 live. I'm Hrishi K. Sixpence None the Richer. There she goes. Okay, just a quick shout out. 10:45 in the morning. One Republic are at the MMRDA grounds on the 21st of April. 94.3 Radio 1 are the official radio partners. From the 9th, which is Monday, tickets are going out via contest on my show, but tickets have gone live on bookmyshow.com. So Cyrus Gorimar and the Opium Events people are behind it, and we're radio partners. So you want to see Ryan Tedder and the band live at the MMRDA grounds on the 21st. Tickets now on. 45, and we're speaking to the Walkabout Theatre Company from Chicago. They're at the 8th Theatre Olympics. This evening at the Nehru Center, the Brink. A wonderful performance, a last leg of conversation.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
Okay, you guys. Collaborations with Indian theatre companies. Yeah, stuff that you've really been excited by, and what is an ongoing process. Tom.
So there's a company in Delhi called Guild of the Goat, and we've been working with Anirudh Nair for 3 years now. He first came out to Chicago and worked on a piece with us there. We came back and he performed with us in Delhi, and then we brought him and his partner Amba Suhasini Jala out in 2016. We brought them in the summer of 2016. So we're going to go visit them when we go up to Delhi tomorrow for the Theatre Olympics. We'll perform the Brink in Delhi, and we'll work with them, and we're hoping to bring them back next year. Or this summer, rather. Yeah. So we love coming to India, and we come as much as possible. And there's something very exciting about the way that Indians or the Indian theater scene is happening, and there's a certain curiosity that's like really strong and really exciting for us and for them, I think.
Lovely. And what do you make of the Theatre Olympics? Have you seen any productions, the international ones, domestic ones? Dana?
Yeah, we've already been so blown away and inspired in just 2 days being here. The performances that we've seen have been incredible, from Japan, from Poland. It's really amazing to watch so many different artists come together under one roof and be able to share work with each other and share work with the people in Mumbai, and it's been fantastic. We love being a part of it. We're so honored to be here.
We wish you had more time to see some more theater.
Yeah.
Come back again.
Yeah.
Ravinder Pratap, we also performed at the Theatre Olympics. It was an awesome experience. We are a theatre group from Rajasthan, so all the best, guys. So Ravinder is listening to us online on our audio feed on www.onecast.in from Rajasthan. It's one of the loveliest parts of our country. Thank you, Ravinder, for shouting out. Sudha Raman, she says, good morning, Mumbai, and good morning, Radio 1. Thank you, Sudha. I hope you enjoy the Theatre Olympics. You guys, before you go, why should people come and watch The Brink? This is your sales pitch.
Yeah.
The Brink is super fun. I mean, it is really something if you like music, if you like singing and dancing, if you like a lot of people with a lot of energy, I mean, in America, we work hard to make it fun and make it easy on the eyes, right? So it's fun, it's exciting, it's beautiful, it's a beautiful show. So, and it's only an hour and 15 minutes. It's part of our pitch in the United States is come see our show, come hang out afterwards, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Listen, this has been lovely. Thank you so much. Mac, wonderful meeting you. Hi, Katie, and bye, Katie. Thank you, Dana.
Thank
and
you.
thank you, Tom.
Thank you so much.
See you.
Thank you for having
There you have it, 7:30 p.m. this evening at the Nehru Center. It's free, but get your passes at insider.in, the 8th Theatre Olympics, and the Walkabout Theatre Company from Chicago. Up ahead, Sony Pictures and 94.3 Radio 1 bring you an exclusive contest winner screening of Peter Rabbit. The voices of Margot Robbie and James Corden in a Beatrix Potter movie, originally written by her, Peter Rabbit. So hang by. Maybe you and a partner will go to the movies, courtesy Radio 1. I'm going to see you in a bit. Messages and back.
94.3 Radio 1.